Where's the Think Loud crew business owners? This one is for you. The holidays are the busiest time of the year. Don't get stuck worrying about shipping orders. Let ShipStation do the heavy lifting so you and your team can put your time, money, and energy into more important things. ShipStation has great rates, and trust me, you'll love to pay these rates versus what you used to. Over 130,000 companies have scaled their e-commerce business with ShipStation, and 98% of the companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life. So what are you waiting for? Let your customers shop risk-free this holiday with ShipStation. Go to ShipStation.com and use code THINK today and sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's ShipStation.com, code THINK.
Welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast. Three moms keeping it real with our daily lives and our WTF moments and relationships.
You were doing so good.
So well. But you guys, today we have a special guest. We are here with Corey again.
Hi.
And we're so happy to have her back.
Glad to be back.
Shannon, I had so
much faith in myself.
much faith in you for that intro.
Do you guys ever, I swear last night I couldn't sleep, so I had like the podcast in my head. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking nail this. I just knew I was gonna nail
Late
it.
night thoughts.
In my head, it was so beautiful. And I was like, welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast. It was like that.
Oh, you should have did it like that.
Should I have?
Next time.
No.
Shannon's taking over
Not this
the
time.
podcast intro.
Not this time, but next time. I'm excited to have Corey back, though. The last episode we did with you, you talked about going from corporate to full-time business owner, entrepreneur, event planner, and we got a lot of positive feedback. I think just from people seeing that it can be done.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but it can be done, so it's really cool. We touched on that Corey and I have teamed up to do the ultimate party surprise, and we're back this week to announce that we're doing it again.
Yay! I'm actually excited. Like, it looks so amazing the last time you guys did it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this one come around. Is there
Yeah.
something different that you guys are
Go, Corey, you tell them.
promoting?
It's going to be a little different. So while we're still helping bring this gift of a birthday party to a child a child between the ages of 2 and 8, we're gonna actually expand that to 2 and 10 this time.
I love it.
So
I didn't
just
know there was an age.
Yeah, just-
age range.
just an age range to kind of narrow it down because
Yeah.
it could get crazy as we saw.
Yeah.
But we are going to kind of change the demographic a little bit. So Cheyenne, let's talk about that change.
Okay, so the first party giveaway, we just said between the ages of 2 and 8, birthdays in, what was it?
LA.
November, October, and anyone could nominate their child or someone could nominate someone else's child, and that was it. This time we have decided that we want to give a birthday party away to a child that have teen parents. So a teen mom or a teen dad. And I feel like sometimes you do different contests and there's different rules and stipulations, and if you fall in that category, then maybe you get to win that prize.
Yeah.
So for this one, we're looking specifically for teen parents that want to give a birthday party to their child, or if you know a child and they have a teen mom or dad, then you can nominate that child as well.
Do they have to still be in that teen phase, or do they just have to be a teen parent, period?
Just a teen parent, period.
Yeah.
What made you...
Oh, yeah.
so I was going to say, what made you guys choose a child of a teen parent?
So Corey and I were talking, and we were trying to figure out, okay, of course we want to do another one, but how can we change it up? And maybe throughout this process we do different themes. Maybe one day it's a baby shower or a retirement party or I got divorced party. But I think for this one, it's weird. I was actually talking to Mom a few weeks ago, and my mom has a sister that had a baby really young. I want to say 15.
Oh, damn.
And because of that, she's always talked to me about teen pregnancies and just pregnancy, sex, what happens. You have sex, you make a baby. Like, from a very early stage, I knew what sex could bring. And my dad also, his sister had a baby at 6.
Like, they both had
They had
teen
pregnancies
young,
that and the whole family, I feel like when you have a teen pregnancy, your whole family is affected. It's not just any pregnancy, the whole family is affected, but it's not
But
just
as a
that
teen.
person, right? So I always listen to the fact that it has had on my mom. And what she told me was, once the parent decides that I'm having a baby, that child should be celebrated.
yes.
Like, that child should be brought in with love and celebrated, because at that point, they're going to be a person. Like, they did nothing wrong. They didn't do anything.
Innocent, yeah.
They're innocent. So I don't know why it stuck with me the past few weeks. And I was like, okay, if we did it again, I want to ask Corey if she's open to just making it to where it would be for a child that comes from a teen pregnancy. I think about myself at 16, and if I had a baby, there's no way in hell I would be able to give this child a birthday party that I thought that they were deserving of.
Yeah.
Just knowing where I was at 16. So I hope that this allows someone who did have a baby as a teen mom or a teen dad, or maybe they are right now, like they're still in that 18 phase and they have, a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old or whatever, and they want to give their child a really good day, and not only their child but themselves and their family, and they want that child to be celebrated without the stigma of anything else attached. That's what we want to do.
I feel like that's really powerful. Just like you said, like, being able for them to be able to give them what they deserve. And I love that you guys giving that back to them. Being able to do it from what you guys did last time, from what I heard. You guys just seeing how they were able to show up in a different light.
Yeah.
Not show up stressed, not showing up like scrambling around. They just showed up with bigger presence, with
Yeah.
bigger energy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting for like a team mom, team dad to be able to like sit back and you guys take care of such a big day for their young kid.
Yeah.
And just to like recognize, their child and the happiness that they want for their child. Because usually when I think of teen pregnancies, there's a lot of stigmas around it. There's
Yeah.
a lot of like embarrassment or shame, confusion. Like sometimes there is no family support. Financially, well, I don't know. These 16-year-olds nowadays are a little different.
These 16-year-olds are having some money.
Some of these, like, I was saying 16-year-olds, like, some of
money.
these teenagers are, like, actually clocking dollars. But, like, most teenagers, like, that I know of are not.
Me
like,
at 16 didn't have shit.
I mean,
you don't
same.
know. Yeah, you don't know anything. And
Also at
it's,
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
33.
23. Yeah. I mean, I got pregnant with Ryder at 23, and I just remember thinking, like, I don't have, like, $1 to my name. I don't have shit. And I remember looking at my mom one day, and she's like, realize you're not 16. You're 23. You're acting like you're in high school. You graduated from high school, and you have a degree. Figure it out. And I was like, but I feel like I'm 16. Like,
I'm your baby.
I feel like a baby, so I couldn't. At that age, I still felt like I was so young to be pregnant. Mind you, I looked like a child, so I was treated like a child who was having a child anywhere I went. But to actually be 16 and pregnant, I couldn't.
crazy.
I would look like a double child. Like, it would be a lot harder.
Would've been
So
different.
it would have been a lot tougher, and I already felt like it was tough enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this, but you guys it's for the teen parents. It's for what made you guys change the age range for the kids?
We got a lot of people asking if their 10-year-old or 9-year-old could be a part of it. And I think expanding it to 10 years old just makes it a little bit wider. And then we were getting questions like for even older than that too. So
Yeah.
eventually, maybe we will, but
Right now,
Right
this
now.
is just where
For
we're
the
comfortable
kids.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's easier, to be completely honest, it's easier to entertain a room full of 6-year-olds or 7-year-olds
Yeah.
than it would be to entertain a room full of like
10 to 13.
10 to 13
Yeah.
or like
Different
13
ball
to
game.
16.
100%.
Way different ball game. I don't know how to do that yet.
That's scary.
I mean,
I feel
we
like
can
it's
do
just
that.
scary.
It's
Sure,
just
we
that
can,
it's going to take a
but
lot more.
yeah. I think just easing our way up is
Yes.
the best
Yeah.
decision right now.
Slow and steady.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Slow and steady
It's-
wins the race.
This has been your comfort zone, so
Yeah.
it's like you don't need to go recreate some situation.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's only our second one, and I feel like we're already growing in different directions. Then who knows what the next one will be.
Yeah.
So when are we looking to have this next event? I'm like,
Oh, it's
when is it? When's it coming?
So are we telling the date? Yeah. Yeah, we can.
okay.
Or when are we announcing it?
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yes. When is
we're
the-
announcing it on the day that this airs. So
Okay.
this airs. Hi guys, it's December 4th. Hope you're having a good day. We announced it now. It's been announced.
Happy Monday.
It's the announcement.
December 4th. It's the announcement now. So what you can do, the way you can enter for your child, or if you want to nominate someone else's family or child, you can email.
ultimatebirthdaysurprise@gmail.com.
So send your emails there, and all you have to do is tell us your why. And we leave that up to you guys as far as what your why is. There's no like right answer, there's no wrong answer, but we genuinely just want to know what's your why. Like, why would you want to give this birthday party to your child, or why would you want to nominate this child and their family to receive this birthday party? And the party is completely free. I feel like we have to say that.
Well, there's nothing attached. It's a free event.
There's no strings attached. All we want you to do is to show up on time.
And have fun.
On time.
And it's right
On time is key.
Yes. On time is key.
Say my kids were there last time. I will try to get a sitter, but if not, please be open.
Kyle's kids will be there.
To my children being guests.
I think
Be
that
open to us all being there.
Yes.
Those are the only attachments.
We'll be at the party also.
we'll be there, yeah. One thing I would say is the child does have to be turning between the ages of 2 and 10 during that time frame. So we are planning to host the party in January.
Yeah.
So if your child's birthday is December, January, February, it's perfect for you to apply or nominate a child who will be turning that age.
Yeah.
I love that.
The party will be probably the second week of January. By the time this airs and we post about it, I'm going to know that exact date. So check out our Instagram and you'll find that exact date. But for right now, if you're interested in this, all you need to do is email your why to the email and just explain, like, really why you think that your child or someone else's child deserves this birthday.
Yeah.
And we handle everything else from there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Excited.
That's really cool.
Where's the Think Loud crew business owners? This one is for you. The holidays are the busiest time of the year. Don't get stuck worrying about shipping orders. Let ShipStation do the heavy lifting so you and your team can put your time, money, and energy into more important things. Plus, when it comes to those inevitable holiday returns, ShipStation automates, recommends exchanges, and gathers customer feedback. So even if they brought the wrong size or color, they'll still have a great experience. Whether you're shipping from your house or multiple warehouses, ShipStation can increase your holiday profitability. There's a free trial and quick setup with ShipStation. And now is the time to try ShipStation out if you've been on the fence. ShipStation has great rates, and trust me, you'll love to pay these rates versus what you used to. Easily automate shipping tasks and manage orders and returns in one simple dashboard. You can quickly and easily update crucial order information and reduce errors. Effortless integration everywhere you sell online, including Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and more. You can simplify and automate your shipping no matter how big your business grows. ShipStation is industry-leading discounted rates from USPS, UPS, DHL, and Global Post. Over 130,000 companies have scaled their e-commerce business with ShipStation, and 98% of the companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life. So what are you waiting for? Let your customers shop risk-free this holiday with ShipStation. Go to ShipStation.com and use code THINK today and sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's ShipStation.com, code THINK.
I was daydreaming about it the other day. I'm like, I think it's just so amazing that you guys put on such beautiful birthday parties that it's just amazing that you're just giving back, and it just makes me happy inside because the birthday parties are amazing and these kids get to experience something they may not ever experience before. Even the families, because we talked about last time, the parties aren't just for the kids, it's for like the whole family. So I think it's so awesome that you guys are doing it a second time around and maybe a third time around.
Yeah. I think last time, Corey, when you talked about like your why, it really stuck out to some of our listeners, like coming from a situation where you were used to something and then something changes. So I feel like we always ask people to explain their whys, so I do think that it's good that we continue to also explain like why we're doing this.
Yeah, I think it's really important.
I would say I feel like we've really heard Corey's why very clear. Like I know we've heard your why throughout this process. Do you think your whys ever change, like, or grow? Like,
they grow for sure.
Yeah.
After the first give back event, my why grew immediately because I saw how impactful that was for them. That family has been through so much. As we mentioned, they lost a family member the day that they found out they won this, and they still all showed up for Nathan. And that's huge, to be going through a grieving process, but still having the ability to come somewhere and you don't have to do anything, lift a finger. It's just there for you to enjoy with your family for that one moment in time. So my why definitely grew in that moment. I think probably the same for you.
Yeah. I feel like that's something that continues to grow, and it's almost like learning a lesson. Like you continue to learn a lesson within it. When I started, I've always loved a party. Okay.
She loves a party. Okay.
I love a party. I think everyone knows I love a good party.
Cheyenne's been planning parties.
I've been planning parties since I was a child.
Yeah.
I'm down for a good ass party. Once I had kids, I realized that I love parties 100% more.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so much more fun. I don't know if I'm just living out my own fantasies of like what I want through my kids. I probably am. But seeing like the look on their face and how excited they are and how proud they are, like walking around that day, and just like the enthusiasm that oozes from all the kids, I genuinely really love that feeling. And I feel like my why for the love of parties changed once I had Ryder. And once I realized, like, birthday parties are a celebration of life at the end of the day. And I'm going to make sure I celebrate the fuck out of my kid's life.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. So my why for how much I love parties changed when I had her. And then it changed as I had Ace. Because I went so hard with Ryder's parties because I honestly felt like once the doctor told me, I don't know how many you're going to get, I'm going to make sure I ball out on all of them.
Yeah.
So when I had Ace, I'm like, I don't have that same excuse, but
Yeah, we're gonna ball out.
we're gonna do the same shit with you too.
And Zach was like, "What's up with
Zach's
what's up
like,
with my kid?
what are we doing for Ace?
Yeah.
You don't rented out Mars for Ryder, so what are we doing? And I'm like, I had a good excuse to fall back with why I go so crazy for Ryder's parties, but then I realized I did the same thing for Ace, and I was like, this shit is fun. Like, it's the celebration of his life.
Yeah.
So I think my why continues to change, and then receiving messages from people after they see the parties that we do, and them saying, like, I want to be able to do this for my kid, but I just can't do it. But I wish I was able to do it. Now it's like, okay, I can do it. Like, I have enough we have enough resources and sponsors that are willing to give their time, their product, their effort, and that's a really good feeling. That's a
huge
blessing.
blessing.
That's
is
a huge blessing
yeah.
that we're able to do that. So why not take advantage of that while we can? And taking advantage sounds negative, but why not put our heads together and produce something that you have no idea the impact that you make on somebody's life, even just with the small things.
Yes.
Like, even if you just walk down the street and see somebody
Just
and
a
say,
smile.
I really like your jacket.
Yeah.
Like, you have
can
no
make their whole
idea
day.
how much impact that can have. The other day I was at Starbucks and I went through the drive-thru, and the car in front of me paid for my coffee. And I didn't even know that was a Starbucks drive-thru thing. But the barista or whatever was like, oh, that's a thing. Like, it's like you pass it on.
like
Like,
a pay it
you
forward
pay it
thing.
forward.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I got excited. I'm like, well, what'd they get behind me? And she's like, you don't want to be the car to like, did not pay for the next car. Because then we're all looking at you crazy the next time you
Like,
come
they're
back.
not thankful. Yeah.
Right. So I was so excited to now pay for the car behind me, but the car in front of me had no idea how, like, you made my day.
Right.
You don't know me. You didn't see me. You had no idea, but you paid for my coffee, and I just felt so good about it that I went and I paid it forward to the next person. And I was like, did they get 2 drinks? Like, you know, like,
How many drinks you got?
what they get? Like, do they want more shit? Like,
Spinach butter wrap.
right. Like, I got so.
I got you.
But it was just that feeling of the smallest things can make the biggest impact.
Yeah.
And what we're doing isn't necessarily small, but the impact that I think we both saw it make on Nathan's family on the first one, it was like, I went home and I was like, okay, like, I'm not that bad of a person. Like,
No,
You're not a bad person at all.
I feel good about
At all.
myself today.
No, it was-
like, I
it
really
was really
felt
nice.
good.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
Jack and I
truly-
were skipping around our house.
It's
Like,
truly giving back. Like, it's called a give back event. We're truly just giving back, and
Yeah.
it feels good anytime you give back.
yeah, it does. If you guys, since you guys know what Corey and I are up to, if you had and like, if someone came to you and said you can pay it forward in any way that you want to, nothing is off the table, what would you do?
I know mine.
Okay.
Mine is all pregnancy recovery right now. Just I would gift like mommies. Here is a recovery plan. Here's a support calendar for your family to plug into.
I love that.
Here is a recovery kit that is a little bit more mom focused rather than like the Frida's doing great products right now. Frida Mom is really expanding on postpartum products, but there's other products that help like rebalance your hormones and just like get your internal body right. That
Yeah.
would be my gift. So here's my postpartum gift to moms, I guess.
That's
That is
amazing.
Feeling, yeah.
I think that's
can
great.
Be so
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mom
it's just
recovery is
not
coming,
like
y'all. It's
talked
coming. We
love
about
it.
really. I mean,
It's coming.
I would say when I had Ryder, I did so much research on like the crib, what bed sheets I wanted,
Yeah.
like all these things that I felt like were necessary for the baby, but not once did I think about what was necessary for me.
the mom, yes.
I didn't realize, and I'm like, am I naive? Did I not do enough research? But I didn't realize, like, after you give birth, I gotta birth out a damn placenta. Like,
Right.
I give birth twice. Like, you gotta take that. I didn't realize any of that. So when she comes back and she's like, hey, we're gonna push on your stomach, you gotta keep pushing. I'm like, but the baby's out.
Baby's
Like,
gone.
what?
Pushing me. Like, why are you still in there? Like,
Who are we pushing?
right. So it was, to me, I
Is there
felt.
someone else in there?
Exactly. I'm like, there's not twin twitch. But I was
going on?
I was so confused by the fact that why didn't anybody tell me?
Yeah.
Like,
not
why?
talked about.
Right. Like, why didn't I know about that? Or why didn't I know about postpartum or the things that come after it? Or that there
how
were
to heal.
how to heal. Like, there was
actually
different.
take care of ourselves.
Then I went on Etsy and went down a whole rabbit hole of like how to like make cooling pads for yourself, like to heal your vagina.
Oh my God, we were doing
We were like making them because
witch hazel. We were making
and freezing them.
the cold pads.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I heard of
back
that.
then, Frida
was-
Mom
they
didn't
didn't have
have
the
the
product yet.
postpartum
Yeah.
kits where
God.
now you can just crack it and pop it and then it's cold. Like
yeah.
we were making shit up and I'm like looking at Kyle like help me
Help
and
me.
and my mom is like we didn't have any of this when I had y'all so I can't help you.
I can't help.
But
I
it was
remember
just like
going
why didn't
OD with
anybody
those
talk
and-
about this
I
stuff?
feel like that topic is
It's
so it's not talked
It's a
about. and
Western world thing. I feel with how they've handled the maternal
Yeah.
health system. But there's a lot of things that are like coming to light.
Yeah.
Indigenous techniques, there's Malaysian techniques, there's different African, like Moroccan has a lot. There's a lot of techniques in Morocco to help. In Mexico, just closing of the body. Like, you have to really, our bodies go through this huge trauma that we don't even realize, like, we're going through this trauma. Our organs are being squished. Like, our hormones are going crazy.
You almost die.
Hair is growing out of, like, weird places.
I don't have kids yet, y'all.
Like,
Sorry.
Don't scare me.
Yeah, so I really like that. I like that give back.
That's what I'm working on.
Yeah, because
so.
I needed that.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's it.
Shannon, have you ever thought about what you would do? What's your pay it forward?
I think my pay it forward would be dealing with hair. I feel like getting your hair done is such a luxury and it's so expensive. So I just know the people who sit in my chair, after I'm done with them, they just feel like a brighter, happier person. And I think we touched on it before, but like it's like talking to a therapist. Like I literally let the people in my chair just cry. Sometimes people just come sitting in my chair crying and I'm like, oh, got you. What are we talking about? But I think my pay it forward would be just giving a mom, or maybe like I feel like moms need it best, like we just talked about, like a new mom, sitting them down, giving a good hair wash, and then gifting them with the products that they need and all those things. Because I feel like I said, it's a luxury, and I just feel like us as hairstylists are like, oh, but you use that product on your hair today? Like, so I think the luxury would be like, and just giving back products and just all those things that you will need to keep pampering yourself.
Yeah.
Make things accessible.
I would I absolutely love what I do, and I love that aspect of my job of just like loving on others and then leaving my chair just feeling like they are $1,000,000. So to give that back to somebody would be amazing.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting, like when we talk about paying it forward and how sometimes it feels like it's so out of reach.
Yeah.
And it's really not.
Yeah.
And I think that I realized that with the first time we did this, it went from like a 10-minute phone conversation to we're already back and forth and sending each other vendors and venues and
Mock-ups.
And I'm like, this didn't take long at all.
Yeah.
And it didn't hurt, and it didn't like it didn't take a lot of brain power.
Yeah.
Like
It was very organic.
It was organic, but sometimes I think we fail to realize that it doesn't take anything out of your day to help someone else.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It's just do it. Yeah.
You can just do it. And I hear like what you guys are saying, and I'm like, you guys can do that.
Yeah.
It's not far.
It's happening.
Yeah.
And I'm feel very blessed to see you guys in this process, because it's like I've seen it start off, it was just, oh my God, Cheyenne's letting someone else help with her parties, to now here you are. And it's been years. It's taken time, and you've both put time and energy and effort into what has turned into like a very beautiful working relationship.
Yeah.
So it's like, as I just shared my why, it's like you said, it's not some far off,
It's not far
distant
off.
thing.
No.
Like
Yeah.
I've been putting in my 10,000 hours for this stuff already. And it's in school, like doing the certification so that I can actually do it.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're doing it.
I'm doing
Yeah.
it.
Right.
It's slow right now because I'm still in books and learning all these things on the computer, but it's my why is coming.
It's in process.
It's
I'm super excited for you.
yeah, I'm
I'm
like, it's coming. Sorry.
I think it's awesome because I feel like hearing your guys' why and like you guys actually doing it gives me a push. Like, oh, I just told my why of like why I would love to give back, and
Right.
like
You can do it.
I can do it. And I think it's just like accountability and like hearing people give you that little push, or like just seeing somebody else do it. Like,
Right.
oh shit, I can.
Because
I think-
I can easily
I can do
see
that.
you putting out an Instagram story and saying, I'd love to gift
out to
a
moms.
mom a good hair wash and some color and cut today, hit me up if you know one that needs one.
Or it's perfect time for
And
the
you could bring your
holidays.
baby.
Oh, yeah,
so a
the
holiday
holidays.
pose.
It's
Yeah.
a super good.
Like,
Well, you guys might see a post.
Yeah.
Look, she's gonna go home and post later today.
Accountability. I expect to see that.
Yeah.
Because like you just said, like it's the holidays and everyone gets, I mean, I'm check my calendar, but but yeah, things are coming around. Everyone would love to get into somebody's chair right about now,
Yeah.
just to get a good hair wash and press or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be.
and it's hard as a new parent. Like,
Yeah.
you don't always have someone to watch your kid.
Yeah.
And I wish there were more kid-friendly hair and nail salons. Because like Shannon said, it is a luxury to get your hair done. And
But
when
also
you're,
get away from your kid.
yeah, you might need to you need to get away from your kid, but sometimes you're not able
Don't do
to.
that. Guys,
You know?
don't do
Don't
that.
do
Don't do
What?
what?
Don't make
Bring
it
your-
kid friendly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because I feel
I'm
like
not telling Shannon go make it kid friendly, but I would love a kid friendly nail salon, y'all.
Unless they're
Someone
gonna hold
somewhere,
my
please.
kid and play
Oh,
with
no.
him, how you gonna get your nails done?
Like,
I wanna relax.
When I was in DC, there are places because we live more outside. Like our weather is different, so there are places on the East Coast where it's like it's not necessarily a nail salon, but it might be like your workspace, and then they've got a whole kid area where people
Oh,
are
that's
dealing
nice.
with your kids, or it's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
kid friendly.
Okay, well they have that out here.
Like
Where?
IKEA.
They for sure have it at IKEA.
Because they for sure have IKEA.
Yes, and there's some gyms
I
at
remember.
IKEA.
Oh,
You
I
can
found
for
a
sure
gym.
drop your kids off, and then when you check out, it's a pickup for your kid.
Yeah, I don't want to go
remember as a
relax
kid, my
at
parents used to
IKEA.
drop me off
I'm
at
just
IKEA.
saying. I would for sure. Me and Zach were at IKEA the other day. Not gonna lie, and I for sure saw that. I was like, "Oh, we could have brought Ace. Ace could have been hanging out
playing.
at the IKEA."
I used to get
playground.
dropped off at IKEA as a kid. My parents would be like, bye.
Get a hot dog after this.
Somebody told me that they dropped their kid off at the gym.
Oh, I was telling you the story.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do the gym
Y'all,
daycare.
yeah, they
for
do.
slow.
The best story ever. Because I was like, oh my God, childcare is crazy, but sometimes I want to go to the gym. And then I was like, I'm paying this trainer crazy money where I'm like, you know, childcare gym member. Like, what am I doing? She said, girl, I go to 24-hour fitness in like Playa or something, pay $30 or $40 a month for her gym membership, and then it's an extra $10 for the childcare. So she's like, I will go to the gym for 2 hours a day. She said, I may not even work out. Like, I might just sit
Stay in
there
the sauna.
on the phone.
Stay in the sauna, go to
I might
steam
do
room.
some work, but she's like, I'm paying $10 for the entire month, and my kid gets to be watched for 2 hours. Like,
I would go to the gym every day. I'd bring my laptop. I'd be like, you good?
I'm in the locker room.
oh,
Locker room.
Don't come find me.
I come January, I'm gonna be back in the gym full time, and Zaire's about to be chilling, making some little friends at
the
you know
gym? At the gym.
Ace is gonna have his park friends, and
Bro, Ace
Zaire's
really
gonna
has
have
park
his
friends.
gym friends. Like,
I'm excited. Sorry, since we're talking about the kids, I'm excited this time for what age this kid is gonna be.
I
Yeah.
kind of hope it's an older kid. I'm not gonna lie. I hope it's older than our range, because like we've done up to the 6-year-old. You know, I want to see what the 8-year-olds are
8,
gonna
10-year-olds.
bring
Curious,
out.
do you
Like,
guys, so when you guys do the parties, within their email, are you asking them to like tell like what the kid is into, what
Yeah.
they're like, so you guys get a feel of like what kind of party you're
So we asked them to send us over 4 themes or 4
Okay.
of the kids' favorite things, and then we kind of pick from there, so everyone's surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Because we still want it to be a surprise
For the family.
So
for
you're
the
not
family.
saying like, give me just one.
No.
No.
So you guys you
Yeah.
guys pick the theme of like what their likes were.
And
Yeah.
then we also like talk with our sponsors to see which ones would mostly work with what they have, and then we kind of go from there.
Okay.
So
I
we
like
try
that.
to include the vendors who are sponsoring, which are all of them.
Yes.
I worded that weird, but whatever. We try to include the vendors that are sponsoring the event in this process along with us. So, for example, when families nominate their child or nominate someone else's child, Corey and I then read all of them separately, and we pick out our top the ones that like are drawn to our heart.
Yeah.
We pick out our top ones, and then it was funny because this last time we picked pretty much the same
They
ones.
were overlapping for sure.
They overlapped, and then from there we send the top like 5 or so to all of the vendors. They're able to then pick their top one, so it just
Oh, I
kind of
love
narrows it down.
it.
But they feel included.
Personal touch, like they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I had a
Super
part in this.
personal,
I'm not
yeah.
just vending on the day of. I have a part the whole time. In this.
Right.
like
They're
that.
like a part of the
Yeah.
process
Yeah.
with us, which makes it cool because then I feel like they also feel like, oh, I did it. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah,
mean? And
they're
like
part of that give back.
I know their story.
And they know the story, the
Yeah.
background.
Purpose to everyone's mission and what
Yeah.
everyone is doing. You're not just sponsoring like these items, but you're literally like you're
making dreams
part
come
of
true.
it.
Yeah.
You're,
It's a
you're
community.
really giving back on
And I
it.
think that's what we're trying to
full
build.
spectrum.
And then
For
as
sure.
far
Love
as
that.
the child, like Corey said, like we let them, give their themes, and then it's all about the surprise element. So
Yeah,
now you gotta wait and see which one
you're gonna get.
you're gonna get, which was really hard for us to
This time, yeah.
decide.
There was
What did you guys sorry to cut you off, but what did you guys decide for the birthday? Nathan's birthday?
So
Paw
he
Patrol.
sent he sent
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
a
Mama
bear one.
bear or
There was
something.
a
It was
bear.
like a bear or something.
And then Paw Patrol and not Bluey. Maybe
It was
Peppa?
somebody else that was blue. No, it wasn't
Maybe it was
blue.
Bluey.
I would have picked Bluey though.
I would have too. So I don't
Right? I
know.
don't think it was
I
Bluey.
did.
Right? I had a Bluey birthday.
No, but the Paw Patrol
But
was
we did Paw Patrol, and
what made you
It was
guys
so
land on Paw
pretty.
Patrol?
I don't know. We just both were like, we didn't know what the bear one was.
Sorry, it's in my head.
No, to be honest, the
colors.
same day that everything was happening, the kids got a box from Paramount Plus that was about Paw Patrol. Because the Paw Patrol movie just came out, by the way, on Nick
Yes.
Jr., okay? With Nick Jr., okay, by the way. And when Corey said, okay, what draws your attention? She said, I really like Paw Patrol. I was like, shit, I'm looking at my kids playing with Paw Patrol right now. I got some Paw Patrol stuff.
Yeah.
But
I have some Paw Patrol stuff.
I did. I
I'm
mean,
laughing. I know you.
in my head, I was really ready to gift that box, but
Yes.
that box got ran through, tore up by my kids. So, yeah, we ended up going with Paw Patrol. And then what we did was prior to the party, we went to Target and bought Nathan gifts that were in the theme of his birthday also. Because I wasn't...
It
The
keeps
other
getting
things,
better.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know all these details.
I wasn't sure if,
There's
like...
more.
This was my fear, and I wasn't sure if the guests that... So the party, you're allowed to invite... Well, we ask you to invite 10 kids and 10 adults. And that
Okay.
can be interchanged.
Yeah.
It's just like a
Baseline.
baseline. But
It
it's
was
like
20 adults.
20
limit.
adults.
20 adults.
20
Yeah.
adults and 10 kids. But if they're like, we only have 5 kids, can we sub it out with more adults? Or,
Yeah.
whatever it is. But it's like...
Here's
it's like,
your limit.
Here's your limits, because it's not that big of a space, but it's a nice size space. So within that, I didn't know if the people that they had invited to the party were going to bring him birthday gifts, like a real birthday party. I didn't know really what to expect, and the last thing I wanted was to have a birthday party, and then we look at the
no
gift
presents,
table,
yeah.
and there's no presents. So we went and bought presents, almost like a just in case, because they bought Nathan some big ass presents.
Yeah.
Nathan
He
had
had a
presents
car,
galore.
he had like a big old
Everyone
car.
walked in with
Yeah.
these big presents. I was like, oh my gosh, this is
They
so
like
amazing.
overdid it with the presents.
Yeah.
We
so-
needed a bigger gift table.
Yeah.
They were overflowing.
Yeah, so that
Ah.
made me really happy to see, like, okay, they still treated it as a birthday
normal
party,
Yeah.
and they bought him gifts, but it was still cool that we were able to gift him as well. So I liked
Yeah,
that.
it was good.
Yeah, and then
Were there any lessons, like anything you guys would do differently, you think?
I'll let you go first.
Corey
I feel like this has been a thing.
She had a giggle.
I think so I didn't know, like she said, what to expect.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we're just awkwardly like, okay, like, hi, welcome, go enjoy the cotton candy, go enjoy this. I think next time I would just, one, have music, like some just fun music, have everybody just having fun and pretty much being out of the way. So if there's a way that we can, like, not out of the way, but not awkwardly standing behind the backdrop. the photo backdrop.
I feel like we didn't know what to do with ourselves.
We didn't at first, and then we've all got comfortable
didn't.
because the family was so
Nice.
and they were like, "Hey," like they're talking to us. So that it really eased it. I think that again, it's our first one, so we didn't really know what to expect. We didn't know if we were gonna have to be like the hostess with the most. Like
Right.
their family was great. They got in there and really celebrated Nathan. So I think just next time. I won't have as many nerves, so I won't feel as awkward.
We were awkward.
Yeah, and then I think I don't think anything was bad about what wrong with what we did the first time. I think that was probably my biggest thing is the awkwardness in the beginning for me because I'm like, what do I do? Where do I stand?
Where do I put my hands?
Yeah.
That was all of
Like
us.
I wanted to just hug everyone. I don't know. Yeah.
And I didn't know if they wanted to hug me back.
Right, exactly.
But they did at the end.
Yeah.
So I think in the beginning
always
we just
awkward.
weren't really sure what our place was at the party. And then I realized, they're here for the party, but they're also here to, we're also here to celebrate with them, and that's okay. Corey and I definitely hid behind a backdrop for a good while until we
watching.
realized we can come out. But we were like peeping toms. Like we were very creepy watching them. And they could see us. So I would say the next time I would, it was like that. It was like that. It was definitely like that.
General feeling.
Yeah.
It was like you want to watch them and
dead.
You want to like
make
watch
sure
them
that
have
they're
fun.
okay.
They're like, what are these creepy
Right.
ass people?
So-
They gave me a birthday party, but what are they
I would
doing?
say the next one I wouldn't be as awkward either.
Yeah.
And
My
then
kids were fine off.
your kids were
girl,
great.
your
They
kids look like they were invited to
They
the
were
party.
invited.
I was
Right.
like, oh, I'm gonna go back over here with my friends. Is that okay? And like boys were like, come on.
I'm dying.
I've got pictures with Zaire and Nathan. They've got costumes on, glasses. So, and it's like, these are things that I'm going to literally keep forever. And when Zaire's like 15, 18, whatever, 5, 10, I'm going to say, hey, this is your Paw Patrol for Nathan. You guys have this party together. Maybe one day, life, you never know how life
Yeah.
works. And
Yeah.
it's their family, like you said, was so incredible. And there were
They
so
were.
many
Yeah.
crossovers. And it was more than just a birthday. Like there's more awareness that's going to come out now due to what their family's been affected by with the BRCA gene and how that cancer has affected them. Like I know Nana is still talking with
Yeah, Nana
the
still talks
aunt.
to her aunt.
So it's like she's trying to help, just take it to the next level.
Yeah.
So you're not just bringing this one day of, here's a great day for the birthday attendee and the family, but it's like, whatever you guys come with in your whys, just know that this is a moment where it's like you could be open and honest
Vulnerable.
and
Yeah.
truthful, and it's okay to be vulnerable. Like Cheyenne, I'm not sure if this was your first time really dealing with like an influx of like hearing stories from others.
It was, and I was in
It's-
tears.
it's
Yeah,
a lot.
it was a lot.
And Cheyenne's gone through it with Rage Regardless Rye and just, doing different holiday giveaways. I feel like I'm about to cry. I don't know why. I'm getting emotional. Doing different, that was really odd. Doing
heard
different emotional, I heard it in my voice. Doing different give back. So it's just,
Let me laugh.
I guess this is for the listeners.
Yeah.
When you're doing this, just know that like you're bringing your whys to like a safe place, and it's
That's a good point. Yeah,
It is such a safe space, and
And it's genuine. It's like a genuine space. Like I genuinely sit there
Take
and
time.
read them
Yes.
all.
every single
single
email.
one.
Yeah,
And
oh, that
it's
just made, like,
overwhelming
it's a lot.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But I definitely do it, and you did it, and it made me want to continue to do what we're doing. So I'm really excited. I hope that you guys hear this or pass this podcast on to someone else that you think would really take advantage of this opportunity. You can DM me or Corey and ask any questions that you need. We're also going to put up a few video posts and posts today as well that are explaining the giveaway and what we're doing. You can submit your now stories, your why stories. I'm like, what word is that? You can submit your why stories to us and keep your fingers crossed because we're probably going to announce the winner at the end of December. Beginning of January, and then the birthday party would be mid-January.
one thing. Nominees must be located in the Los Angeles, California area.
Yeah. The party's going to be in Pasadena. We can't get you to Pasadena if you can't get yourself to Pasadena. So that's the only thing. We need you to be able to get there, okay?
You have to be able to
We
get
need you to
there.
be able to get there.
Please.
We can't get you there, but
Based
we
in
need
LA.
you to get
We
there.
got you a party.
We got you a
Yeah.
party. We can't get you there, but I'm really excited.
I'm super
So,
excited.
The way we always end our podcast, as you learned the last time you were here,
Oh, no.
is you can share a WTF or you can share advice. Anybody?
I was like,
Oh.
I have a WTF.
Okay.
Come with it, Corey.
I mean, it's pretty much my average everyday life, but I literally have driven this week 12 hours, like on the freeway, like for all my events and walkthroughs and things like that. So like, WTF LA, please get it together. We need, I guess, more lanes or something because this is wild.
I'm like, I don't know if we need to ask for more
feel that.
lanes.
I mean, we need something.
said, "I need more lanes
Corey
on the
Express
freeway."
lane.
We need like a.
I'll get it together and drive faster.
I would cry. I would cry.
Because you live in Orange County.
Yeah.
And Cheyenne lives in the Valley.
Yeah.
And that's like a good 2 hour
2.5
minimum.
hours.
2.5.
Yeah.
I feel you, Corey.
I would be in
on that.
tears.
Yeah. We drove to Irvine one day. And it took us 2.5 hours, and all Cheyenne kept saying, because one of her really good friends, Ashley, lives out there, and we were
I
referring
live
to
close
you.
to her, yeah.
And she was like, they must really love
Love.
me.
Because they be pulling up to my crib.
They try.
I honestly, I
Like,
see
it
that.
is
I'm like,
nothing.
dang, she drives there a lot.
Yes.
I mean, I drive
It's
that
like
way a
a
lot too, but like,
big
she's
ass
there.
truck.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
like, it's not even the
I
drive.
don't know
I'm
how
like,
she does it.
the gas,
gas.
on top of the truck.
Ashley
Yeah.
be like, I don't mind driving. I'm like, girl, I do.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry. I'll meet you halfway.
Not even if you're a passenger princess, like you don't want to be a passenger.
No.
No, Cheyenne's
just-
like,
I
get me
don't like. I
out.
gotta get out.
Get me out.
I'm
Get me
thinking about
out.
it right
She's-
now. I gotta get out.
There's no
Mm-mm.
playlist.
I gotta get
I'll
out.
be like,
Thinking
Cheyenne,
about
can you
it
play some music? And she'll be like, you know
No.
I don't have music.
I don't have music.
I'm like, I put you on my
Podcast?
family plan. I don't have music.
I don't have music.
What?
I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it.
You don't like music?
Not really.
In the
It's not- in the
car,
car. It gives me a
outside,
headache. It's
anywhere.
not my thing.
So you're like what do we like? Classical music?
No.
Just, no.
No.
You like the sound? I don't know.
No sound.
No
nothing.
sound.
I write in silence.
I'll just be sitting there like,
I was like, can we turn the radio on? No.
Oh my gosh. Well, that sounds
just singing in my
horrendous.
head.
Sorry. All right,
I
whatever.
need music.
Do you guys
Okay.
have advice for WTF as you're making fun of me?
No, I really loved how you mentioned the whole giving back and like just the paying it forward in the car line the other day, and it just made me think about how sometimes the best gifts are blah, 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 I can't talk right now either. The best gifts are anonymous. So like you said, whether it's, well, it's not anonymous if you're telling someone directly, but anyways, I feel really happy right now. I'm sorry, I'm a little goofy.
Happy, crying. We love this.
Yeah, anyways, the best gifts are anonymous. But yeah, like you said, it could be the random, your jacket looks great. Writing a thank you note after someone does something for you. Like, just giving someone their credit. So that's my advice. Just, pay it forward, keep it going as you guys are reminding us. Because it does feel good. And it's, you're making an impact on someone else's life, but you're also like, it makes you feel good too. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's really, it is such a great blessing to be able to like share your blessings
Yeah.
or to bless others or to extend yourself in a time when you just never know. So,
Yeah.
100%.
You have something shy?
What'd you
I
got?
think I'll just piggyback off of Kyle's. It doesn't cost anything to be nice. And I say that especially right now around holiday time. You have no idea what the person next to you is going through. And just keep that thought in mind when you encounter people. It doesn't cost anything for you to go out of your way to be nice to them or to realize that maybe that person's having a bad day. Don't match them with their same energy. Maybe match them with your positive energy, and you can turn someone's day around.
Yeah.
So just to keep that in mind, especially going through December right now, you never know what someone's going through.
And it's 5
like
weeks this
that.
December, you guys.
It's your turn, Shannon. How you going to follow up now?
I don't know. I just have a cute story to tell.
Okay.
Yesterday, Parker wrote his letter to Santa, And so he was writing, and I was helping him spell words or whatever. And then he goes, Mom, when was the last time you wrote a letter to Santa? And I'm like, shit. I don't know. It's been a long time. So Parker encouraged me to write a letter to Santa yesterday.
Aw.
And we sat there and wrote letters. And he was like, Mom, you should start it off by saying, hey, it's me. I haven't talked to you in a long time. But, so I started my letter. Hey, it's Shannon. Santa, shit. I have a lot of things that I want.
I've been really good.
And then, so I wrote in my letter, I was writing, of course I wrote a whole bunch of wishing that I'm really getting these things, you guys. I wrote to Santa that I wanted.
No, you wrote your intentions, baby. This is great. I love this.
So I wrote to Santa that I wanted,
That's funny.
some diamonds. I wanted some diamonds and a new couch and all these things.
Aww.
Parker looks at my letter to Santa, saw I wanted diamonds, and he goes, Mom, Santa doesn't give us diamonds. I'm like, shit, he doesn't give diamonds? But then today he told me this morning that Santa does give cars. So
Look.
so I said,
I said, what's your Parker?
What's Santa's address?
Right, I need one.
I said, what kind of car can I get? And he said some type of Lamborghini. Because I told him I wanted a G-Wagon. He's like, no, Mom, you should just get a Lamborghini. So that is my story. I wrote to Santa, y'all.
I like that.
That's cute.
So I
That's
pray.
cute.
That's cute.
I really wonder where my Santa's at because
He's coming.
I wanted a diamond stack ring,
stack ring.
necklace.
She really wrote a list.
Yeah, I wrote a list, you guys.
A real list, like
Wow.
a list, like what I actually
And
really
I
want.
drew diamonds on my
You drawing? Just in case you can't read, I drew it
Just in case you weren't sure what size, here's a picture reference.
for scale.
But I guess Santa doesn't give diamonds, so I won't be getting them.
Oh, Shane, I really like that though. That's cute. I might do that with my kids.
I should.
Yeah.
It was really special because we literally sat on the bed. He was so happy that I was writing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It made it more special for him because he kept like, I want to add this, Mom.
Yeah.
He said, what are you? And he kept looking at my list and he was
Yeah.
like, oh, what did you write? So it was like this really special like bonding moment that I would have never
Yeah.
thought of, you know?
That's really
So he
cute.
brought it
I
up
love
to
it.
me.
Corey,
here for
I'm
this.
so happy that you came back to talk to us again
Of
today. I
course.
appreciate it as always taking your time out to come onto the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining.
And you guys do not forget that you can now submit your why stories over to us at ultimatebirthdaysurprise@gmail.com. We're looking forward to reading all of them, and I cannot wait for our party that's going to be mid-January. Corey, where can everybody follow you at?
Events by Corey Lenora on Instagram.
And you can follow us at Think Loud Crew on Instagram and YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And
You can tell your crew
about
our
our crew.
Thank
One
you,
day
Corey.
we're going to get that down.